Hi everyone. So we'll continue where we stopped. So we stopped at using the or and between. So let's continue on this question. So the first question here, or zero question, is asking us to list all sales of sneakers or sales from Puma. So the sneakers is a category and Puma is manufacturer name. So we'll say select all from simplified sales where category equals sneakers or manufacturer name equals Puma. Alright, so that was the first one. And then we can just run it and we will get the answer. So again, I'll just make sure that the database is SQL Server at Azure. Alright, so now the second question, or the first question, is asking us sales of sneakers as well as sales from manufacturers other than Puma. So basically what we want is here to say category is sneakers or actually and, so we need to say or not, so we will use the not keyword, or not manufacturer equals Puma. So now we don't have Puma as our category. So now let's look at number 2, which is find all sales of Nike products and all sales of black sneakers. So Nike is a manufacturer and black sneakers. Alright, so now so I will say category equals sneakers and color equals black. So this is one by one category, so I will put it in parentheses and then I will use another, so I will use here where we call it or manufacturer name equals Nike. So this should solve that question. So how would this look with parentheses? Actually, we already included the parentheses. So now for sales of Nike sneakers and boots. Nike sneakers and boots. So for this question, we will need to select all from simplified sales, so where category equals sneakers, or because here we have the category, actually as you can see here we have sneakers and boots, so the category can be either a sneaker or a boot. So in that case we need to have an or. So let me close, I'll just start from here. So our category equals sneakers or category equals boots. So I'll put this in parentheses here, and they want manufacturer to be and manufacturer manufacturer name equals Nike. So now you got the idea, because if I say here where category equals sneakers and category equals boots, because for every record there should be only one category. It's either sneaker, and it cannot be sneaker and boot at the same time. So that's why we are using or here instead. Alright, so now let's move on to number 5. So it wants us to show sales of sneakers and boots not made by either Nike or Puma. So for this one, what we will do is we will select all from simplified sales, where category equals sneakers or category equals boots, as we have, and not manufacturer name equals Nike or manufacturer equals manufacturer name equals or equals Puma. So I'll just put it in parentheses. Alright, so now this answers this query here that we we were asked to run. So now, what if we want boots to select all where category equals boots, sneakers, and sandals? So this is another important point here that you will need to remember, is when we have a list. So for category we have a list of items, we have sneakers, boots, and so on. So in this case, the best way to do it is to use the in keyword. So where category in, and then open parentheses and put in quotation mark the list of items followed by a comma. So sneakers, comma, boots, comma, what else? Boots, sneakers, and sandals. So sandal. Alright, so this should do it. So now you will see that we have only those three categories, 3 items: sneakers, boots, and sandals only. Alright, so that took care of that part, the first part. Now let's move on to the next part, where we will be using the equal, not equal, greater or less than equal, and so on. So now the first question is asking us to list all sales for price of 50 or less. 50 or less. So I will say here, select all from simplified sales where price is less or equal to 50. So I don't put quotation mark when I have a number. So less or equal to 50. Alright, so now for the next question, it's asking me to list all sales of sandals that are not gold color. So in this case I need, so category, so where category equals sandals, so sales of sandals that are not gold colored. So I will need to put and color doesn't equal gold color. So gold, right? So gold. So this should answer that question. So all colors except for gold is here. So this is the not equal sign. So now let's move on to the next one. So list all sales between 50 and 100 inclusive. So here we will say select all from simplified sales where price between 50 and 100. So let's see if it will work. Yep, it worked. So it's inclusive. So another way to do it is actually like what we did it here. So other way you can do it where price is less or equal to 50, or let's say, So we will say it is between, so that means it is greater or equal to 50, and price is less or equal to 100. So this is inclusive. So this is another way to do it, and it is giving us the same answer. So now let's move on to the next one. So list sales of sneakers, sandals, heels, and boots. So this is another way where we will be able to use the in. So it's very similar to what we did here, where we use the in for when we have a list of items, when we have a list. So we use the in when we have a list. So we already did this one up here. Because another way is to do it or, but it's not efficient when you use the or and repeat it over and over. But if you use the in and you put them in single quotation followed by a comma in parentheses, that actually solves it much more efficient. So now let's look at the second one here. Find sales of products with some form of high top in their product name. So product name, so they want us to select all from simplified sales where product name. So now we will use the like. So we use the like keyword, like, and then in quotation mark they said they want us to where it has high top in their name. So they didn't say whether it is high top is in the beginning, at the end, or in the middle. So in this case I will use the percentage sign, which is kind of a placeholder. So it tells me I don't really care whatever comes before this word nor what comes after it, and then the same thing. So we say top, actually high top, so I will just put here also another percentage, and then I will put high. So basically what I'm saying here is that I don't care where the high top is. Actually it's only high, so where the high top is, whether it is at the beginning, at the end, so the percentage sign is kind of a placeholder for us. So now I will run it and we will see that we have high top. It is now in the middle. You will see also high top, sometimes it is at the end in some instances, but you get the idea that when we say high top, whether it is the second word, the third word, whatever it is. So this is what we do. We use the percentage sign as a placeholder. So now the third one, it is list sales for which the color was not or has not been entered. So basically it is asking me to return all records that color was blank or color didn't have any value. So what I will say, select all from simplified sales where color is null. Alright, so now you will notice that the color is empty. It is blank. So now those are all the records that have where the color is null. So this is kind of a quick review of summary of what you have in chapter 2, but what you will need to do is to go to assessments and then work on chapter 2 participation. So those are the participation that are due tomorrow. I mean due for this particular section. So you will go, for example, click on this guy, and this is what you will have. So this is the table that we will be returning stuff from. So what manufacturers have had products sold in June of 2015, only show manufacturer. So you will say select manufacturer name from simplified sales. So products sold in June. So where sale price or sale date actually so June. So then we have June and the year 15. So in this case we can use two date functions. So where month sale date, so June is February, March, April, May, June equals 6, and year sale date equals 2015. So now you can test your query first to see what it is. So now you will see that it is, and then save it, and you will see whether you got it right or wrong and then it will give you feedback right away. So now it is asking us to select distinct. So it wants us, because we didn't select distinct, so now let's run it and save it and see what it will give us now. So we got 100%, 10 out of 10. So you get the idea. Now you can run those two or all of those, and if you get them wrong you will get feedback from here and you can submit this will be your participation. So you have three assessments that will be your participation. You will actually get the chance to practice what we just learned, and this will prepare you very well for the quiz, for the homework, as well as for the exam. So good luck to you, and I will talk to you soon.